Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
European Union. Very important topic, very interesting topic. Let's see how. How can European Union challenge us hegemony? European Union, alternative center of power, economic, political and diplomatic and military. Economic status of European Union. It follows a commonly currency euro, which is a potential threat to dollar. And the creation and expansion of European Union is like during the Second World War, the economic structure of Europe collapsed, and it was felt that European economy needed recovery. So, 1947, American Secretary of State George Marshall presented an economic recovery program for Europe. So, it was a plan for American assistance in promoting European rehabilitation and reconstruction. And after World War II, in order to provide assistance to countries of West Europe, under one Marshall Plan, the Organization for European Economic Cooperation was established in 1948. Now, the Council of Europe. The Council of Europe was established in 1949, and the countries of Western Europe had already been working in close cooperation with each other for their economic recovery, and they felt there was a need for political cooperation also between them, and the Council of Europe was a step forward in that direction. And the community in 1947, the European Economic Community came into being by Treaty of Rome in 1957. Initially, it was signed by the representatives of 6 European states, and by 1986, 12 countries had become members of European Economic Community, commonly known as European Common Market. The European Parliament is one of the 3 legislative branches of European Union and one of its 7 institutions together with the Council of European Union, and it adopts European legislation commonly on the proposal of the European Commission. The Parliament is composed of 705 members. Its headquarters are in Brussels, Belgium, and it was founded on 10 September 1952, Europe. And this parliament, like European Economic Community, attained a political dimension with the creation of an assembly which declared itself a parliament in 1962. The European Parliament consisted of delegates chosen by the parliaments of member states, and by the Treaty of Luxembourg 1970, this parliament established its control over the budgetary processes in member states. European Union 1993. In 92, the foreign and finance ministers of European Economic Community met at Maastricht, a town in Netherlands, to sign the Treaty on European Union, and on 1st November 93, the European Economic Community formally took place. The shape of European Union and the member states have a common foreign and security policy, and great cooperation in matters such immigration, a central bank and single currency. By 1995, 15 states had joined the European Union. And after the disintegration of Soviet Union, many of the countries that once used to be Soviet bloc also joined the European Union. In 2007, the European Union became a grouping of 27 nations, and Croatia became the 28th member of the European Union on 1st July 2013. But in June 2016, Britain decided to leave the European Union. The departure of Britain from the European Union is expected to happen by 29th January and 2019. And the European Union is a unique economic and political union between 27 European Union countries, and that together cover much of that continent, and the predecessor of European Union was created in the aftermath of Second World War, and a name change from European Economic Community to European Union, and it is reflecting these days. Now, the main objectives of European Union, to promote peace and the well-being of European Union citizens, and to offer European Union citizens freedom, security and justice without internal borders, and also controlling external borders, and to work towards the sustainable development of Europe, promoting equality and social justice. Like the European Union has its own flag, its own anthem, and a single European currency called Euro. Its main bodies are European Commission, European Council of Ministers, European Parliament, whose members are elected for a 5-year term, an Economic and Social Committee, and the Court of Justice, which settles disputes arising among countries. And the objectives of European Union are economic integration, and as I told you, like it plays an important role in diplomacy and the promotion of human rights, trade development, and humanitarian aid and working with multilateral organizations. And Lisbon Treaty sets out clearly what should guide the European Union internationally. And economic integration, that is unrestricted flow of goods, persons, and capital from one country to another, so that it could be very easy for European Union countries to trade with each other, and making agriculture and industry more productive, so that the people would exchange the ideas, and that they would have better source of agriculture and production. Monetary stability by of means of single currency, like there will be no problem of exchanging the currency, like from dollar to ruble, ruble to dollar, like it's one currency, so it is very common that people won't face any kind of problem. And common foreign and security policy, so as to ensure a lasting peace in Europe as well. How can European challenge US hegemony? European Union alternative center of power and economic and political and diplomatic and military. Economic status of European Union, it follows a common currency, euro, which is a potential threat to dollar, and its economy is the biggest in the world. And as per 2005 data, its GDP is more than 12 trillion dollars, and its contribution of international trade is three times larger than US. And it has one of the most developed nations of world community and important blog and economic organizations such as WTO. And political and diplomatic role is like France has permanent seats in UNSC with veto power and many non-permanent members of UNSC. It strongly believes in diplomatic and economic investments to resolve disputes and rather than the use of force. Military, its armed forces are second largest in the world, and its total spending is second largest in the world. And France has nuclear weapon 550 warheads, and second largest in the world in the sphere of space and communication technology as well. European Union, its economic, politically, and military influence. Just now we read about it, and European grew into multi-dimensional organization whose profound impact is visible in the economic, political, and military fields. Its economic influence is like it is single market system, and the member countries eliminated restrictions of flow of goods, people, capital, and technology. As a result of European Union has emerged as the world's largest single trading bloc. The history of European integration, like six countries of Western Europe, France, West Germany, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, established European Coal and Steel Community and ECS under the Paris Treaty, which was effective from July 1952. 57, these six countries established the European Economic Community and the Treaty of Rome, and 73, Britain, Denmark, and Ireland became members of the European Economic Community. This is the timeline, and which is very, very important. So please learn it properly and the events which happen in these years. Now, the constraints or limitations of European Union. In many cases, its members have their own foreign and defense policy conflicting with each other. It affects the European Union as a regional organization and the unity. Example, in case of Operation Iraqi Freedom, UK PM Tony Blair supported US-led action, whereas Germany and France opposed it. And deep-seated Euroscepticism, UK PM Margaret Thatcher first kept themselves out of European market, followed by Brexit. Denmark and Sweden restricted the Maastricht Treaty. These are the older members, and these are the new members of European Union. In 1979, European Assembly had declared itself a parliament. It's in 1962, but it was in 79 that the first direct elections for European Union Parliament held, and 81 was for Greece became the member of European Community, and 85 the Luxembourg Agreement removed all internal border controls and provided for a common visa among the European Union member states, and 86 Spain and Portugal too joined European Community. 1990, the merger of two Germanys took place on 3rd October 1990, and Maastricht Treaty on European Union was signed in 1992. And 93, European Community took the shape of European Union, and 95, Austria, Finland, Sweden joined the European Union because everyone wanted to take this advantage of common currency and this free trade. And 2002, unified European currency euro was introduced. 2004, 10 new countries: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Hungary, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Malta, Poland, Slovakia, and Slovenia joined the European Union. 2007, Bulgaria, Romania became the members. 2013, Croatia became the 28th member, and 2016, Britain's decision to leave the European Union. It may materialize by the end of March 2019. Gross domestic product and European Union's GDP has touched the figure of some $12,000 billion early in 2005. And in single currency, euro is the currency of some 16 European countries now. And a single currency could promote growth and prosperity throughout the region, and it could provide better opportunities and investments. Common Agriculture Policy, that is the SAG, the EU Agriculture Commission purchases the surplus crop at the guaranteed prices from the farmers, and food produce is then profitably exported to Afro-Asian countries. And a single voice in global economic affairs, the European Union can now play an important role in international economic organizations such as World Bank and the World Trade Organization. Political and diplomatic impact. In 1979, when Soviet Union attacked Afghanistan, European Union imposed economic sanctions, and against the Soviet Union, it raised the issue of racial segregation, that is apartheid, in South Africa. And European Union's two member nations like Britain and France are permanent members of United Nations Security Council. As such, European Union plays an effective role in the influencing world politics. In March 2014, and Russia had annexed Crimea, a part of the Republic of Ukraine, on the ground that majority of the population of this region consisted of ethnic Russians, and European Union governments imposed very tough sanctions against Russia. European Union's military capability, and you can imagine if so many members are there, what could be its capability? Like its common military setup that has no direct control over defense and like forces of the member states. But we should not lose sight of the fact that European member states possess the second largest army in the world, and Britain may soon leave European Union. But France is also a nuclear power, and France has advanced space and communications technology also. So conclusion is European Union is a supranational organization. A supranational organization is one that has power or influence going above its national boundaries, and European currency euro has become a possible threat to the supremacy of US dollar, and European Union spending on weapons and armed forces is second only to that of European states, and European Union member states could therefore readily deploy their forces for UN peacemaking operations. The Nobel Peace Prize for the year 2012 was awarded to the European Union for having promoted peace and prosperity throughout the European continent. But because of Britain's withdrawal from the European Union in 2019, a question mark hangs over the strength and effectiveness of the European Union in days to come.